Turning back to Gaza and the growing humanitarian crisis there as Israeli airstrikes continue, including parts of the south, which Israel had deemed to be safe zones. According to the Gaza Health Ministry, 3,785 people have been killed since the war began, most of them women and children and older adults. The director of the World Health Organization now saying the situation is spiraling out of control. More than 2 million Palestinians are trapped, many with only enough food for one meal a day, if that, and having to drink dirty water. And as we know, so many people around the world have been impacted by the war between Israel and Hamas, and that includes Palestinians living here in Chicago.
And joining us now is Yasmeen Elagha, a law student at Northwestern University who has hundreds of family members living in Gaza. Thank you so much, Yasmeen, for being with us. And first, I want to ask you, how is your family doing?
To be honest with you, my family is not doing well at all. I have family from northern Gaza who fled down to the south, and on their way, hundreds of Palestinians who were fleeing were bombed. Thankfully, they, survived the bombings. But, the other day they received a threat that their home would be bombed. So now they're just out on the street. I have other family who was already in the north, or in the south, I'm sorry, who's already taken in tens of other family members, people from the street. So whatever food that they had rationed for themselves isn't enough anymore. Whatever water that they had isn't enough. And, they told me the other day, every single day we are living as if it's our last day. We know that we could be sitting having dinner and all of a sudden all of us could be dead. So it's a fear that is constant. It doesn't abate throughout the day, and it only increases.
It must be so difficult for you. What obviously, what have you been hearing as far as the hospital bombing that happened Tuesday? Has your family been impacted at all by that?
And how are you getting in touch with them?
So I am getting in touch with them via WhatsApp. And in terms of the hospital bombing, I was actually on a phone call and I looked at my phone because it was just buzzing. I was getting buzz after buzz, and I looked down and they were telling me, emergency, emergency. A hospital has just been bombed. There are hundreds of people who have been killed. And we have, like I said, we have family members from the north who fled down to the south, and some of them were taking shelter in hospitals. But, after this Israeli airstrike on a hospital, hospitals are no longer safe. So we were worried, trying to figure out, do we have family members who were taking shelter in this hospital? Hamas does not have the capability to, bomb to this extent. And so unequivocally, we believe that it is an Israeli airstrike that bombed this hospital. And they have, just based on the sounds of other missiles that they heard, other bombs that they heard, they do believe that this wasn't any different from any other bombing by Israel that they've already suffered.
With word that humanitarian aid will soon be coming from Egypt, that is the plan. How confident are you that at some point this bloodshed's going to end, or at least we'll have a ceasefire?
To be honest with you, the humanitarian aid can, mitigate the crisis a bit, but this situation is not something new. Palestinians have been under occupation for the past 75 years. Gaza specifically has been under siege for the past almost 2 decades. And, my family in Gaza was telling me, when every drop of water that enters your mouth on a daily basis is accounted for by the Israeli occupier, there really is nothing left to live for. There is no quality of life. So even if there is a ceasefire, that doesn't mean that quality of life for Palestinians will improve. My cousin just graduated from high school. He started university as an engineer, and his university is completely bombed. So even if, there is a ceasefire, his future prospects are completely demolished. So even if there is a ceasefire today, even if there is a marginal improvement of quality of life, that doesn't mean that moving forward, Palestinians will have, any sort of improvement. And, that doesn't end with a ceasefire. That doesn't start or end with a ceasefire. That, ends with the end of the occupation in Gaza.
Okay, well, we appreciate you so much being with us today to talk about your family, to talk about your perspective on what is happening between Israel and Hamas specifically, but how it's impacting your family and the Palestinian people who are being greatly impacted by what's going on. So Yasmeen Elagha, thank you so much, and we wish your family continued health and safety and hopefully an end, at least to the immediate bombings, will happen soon.
Thank you.